Welcome back, everyone, to the next installment of Chaos Child. We are on the chapter entitled Takeru Miyashiro. Serika's been the killer, or one of them, but now she's teaming up with us to have a final showdown with, of all people, Sakuma, the man who can control people with his mind. Each time I took a breath, more cold, nasty sweat poured out of my body. What was going on? What the hell was happening? I'd been asking myself the same question for a long time now. Serika slowly offered me her hand. Her voice was different, but it was the same Serika. I went to grab her hand and stand up, like I always did. And then I smacked it away without thinking. No, that's not what you want to do. My head was still a mess from everything that had happened, but I could feel my temperature rising. I thought once more of my sister's death, and my rage was just barely enough to support me. I stood up and glared at Serika. The urge to vomit had left me at some point. Serika held the hand I knocked away close. She looked back at me. Why are you looking like that? Like you're hurt. Without warning, her body floated up and slammed into a nearby wall. Wait. I guess I did that. There wasn't even time to think about it. I used my power without even realizing I'd done so. She knew what I was thinking. That's right. Keep me safe? You liar. It did seem like she was leading us. What? Why are you smiling? Stop it. Yeah, that is true. We ran away from our own parents, literally. Stop it. This is what I'm wondering. Is this some, like, Full Metal Alchemist thing? Did we have to sacrifice our parents to make her? Because our wish wasn't for a friend, even though we might have always subconsciously wanted one. We said, I wish you would go away forever. Way earlier in the game, it did say the parents were, I think, killed? But we had said that they died in the earthquake, but apparently, like, maybe a robber got them or something. But maybe my thought was a coincidence then? There was a low, fierce voice. It came from Kunosato. She went over to Serika and grabbed her by the neck, then slammed her into the wall. Yeah, I can hear it. I could hear a horrible creaking sound coming from Serika's neck. Maybe she couldn't breathe because her mouth looked like it was gasping for air.
お前たち委員会のその理屈じゃ 二の次のやつには何をしても構わないんだろう。
やめなさい、ミオちゃん。
黙れ。私はこいつを。
らしくないな。思考がめちゃくちゃだ。まるで頭の中が沸騰しているようだぞ。
何？
私は委員会に協力していたが属してはいない。お前のアメリカ時代の件とは無関係だ。
What? I mean, I know she knows English, but what?
勝手に私の心を読むな。
Kunosato's hands dug deeper into Serika's throat.
何を言っている。お前が考えるから私に伝わってしまうんだ。まあ考えるなと言っても無理か。白熊効果を直に感じたのは初めてだな。
Is that one of those, don't think about white bears and then you can't help but think about it? I've heard of it as don't think about elephants, but, you know, whatever. A strange phenomenon observed in human thought. People who are told to suppress certain thoughts or not remember certain things actually think and remember more strongly than those people who are not subjected to such suppression. The name white bear effect comes from an actual experiment where subjects were shown a photograph of a white bear and told not to think of it. There you go.
お前別にバカにしているわけじゃない。手を離してくれないか。目的は話をすることだと言っただろう。ああ、望むなら委員会の情報も知っているだけ話してやる。有村がいれば本当のことかどうかわかるだろう。
Serika glanced at Arimura. Arimura took a frightened step back and then looked at the two of them. Kunosato let go violently. Her hands were shaking and there were red marks on Serika's throat. Kunosato took a long breath to calm herself down.
今回の事件を含めてこちらが聞いたことに関して全て話せ。自分で言った通り有村がいる以上嘘をついても無駄だ。
ああ。
それから今のように私の思考を読んで会話をするな。頭の中が能力者に覗かれていると思うと吐き気がする。
わかった。それで構わないか。
Serika suddenly looked at me. I couldn't speak. Why was she asking me?
知りたいんだろう、真実を。お前は新聞部の部室でいろいろな仮説を立てては事件の全容を追っていた。確かにいいところまで言っていたが、最後に間違えた。佐久間や組織の存在に気づくことができなかった。
I made a mistake? That's right. I screwed up at the very end.
私がすべて知っている。お前がずっと追ってきた事件のすべてを。
It must have been brutal playing that poker face the entire time whenever we would get warmer or colder. Her words made me angry. It was as if she was going to tell me everything as a favor.
バカにするなよ。僕はもう事件のことなんて。
何？
Serika seemed surprised. What difference did it make now? Yui and Nono were gone because I tried to solve the case. They weren't coming back. And
復讐なんて絶対に考えないで。危険なことはしないで。 何もかも忘れて他の人と同じ日常をだけど埋もれないように強くしっかりと過ごしていってください。
もう危険なことはしない。
グルスノのせいか。
Damn it, she was reading my thoughts again.
心配しなくても私がお前を危険な目に遭わせない。むしろお前が危ないことをしないでくれると助かる。だが委員会と事件のことに関してはお前も聞いておけ。今後身を守るために必要となる。あと
やめろ。
I screamed. I couldn't take anymore. Stop it, Serica. Stop talking like you're on my side. You were the one who killed Yui and Kurisu, and you were the one who did that to Ito. What,
理
no?
屈より感情を優先するのか。それが情報強者の取るべき態度か。
You know, no, fair enough, but like, Serica couldn't have done that to Ito. He had a brain thing. That must have been Sakuma.
うるさい。
I know that. But what if I can't help it? I can't just calm down and listen to you.
今だけ割り切るんだ。どうせもうじき決着がつく。そしてどう転ぼうと私はお前の前に二度と姿を現さない。
Huh.
何？
だから今は割り切ってくれ。長くて24時間ほどの協力体制だ。それに黒里美代。
Serica pointed to the girl who'd been strangling her only a few moments ago.
取引だ。お前の望みを叶えてやる。その代わり今後宮代拓郎を預かってもらいたい。
なんだと。
順を追って話す。その途中でお前の聞きたいことを聞いていい。だがその前に座っていいか。壁に叩きつけられた時に腹の傷が開いた。
Sorry. Serica went to the sofa and sat on the edge. Only then did I remember what Dad had just said. That he'd cut open Serica's stomach. When she sat down, she put a hand on her stomach for a second, and I saw that it was stained with blood. But what was eerie was her attitude. She'd been careful not to put pressure on it when she sat down, but she didn't look hurt. It was as if injuries like that were an everyday occurrence for her, and she's given up on things ever getting better. Ugh. The Serica I'd always known seemed like a different person.
佐久間にやられたということは、あいつもディソードを持っているのか。
You know, I thought that meant that Kurisu had gotten a lucky shot off before she died, but if Sakuma did it...
質問は佐久間のことからでいいのか。
Serica didn't even bother wiping the blood off her fingers.
いや。おい、有村。こっちに来い。
なんですか？
お前も座れ。長くなる。こいつが嘘を言ったらすぐに教えろ。
Kunosato didn't wait for Arimura's answer. She turned back and sat down across from Serica. Arimura still looked scared of her, but...
はい。私も聞きたいことありますから。
She sat down next to Kunosato. I didn't want to go near her. Images of Yui's and Nono's deaths flashed in my mind, and I couldn't think straight. There was no telling what I might do if I got close. Weirdly, capital if. I ended up leaning against the wall.
百瀬さん。新庄さんにも聞かせたい話です。電話をして、スピーカーで繋いでおいてもらえますか？
わかったわ。
それから、さっきはすみませんでした。
何が？
Kunosato nodded to Momose, and then her expression tightened once more. Momose made a call and said a few words to someone on the other end, probably Shinjo. Then a moment later she nodded. Then Kunosato began.
まず根本的なことからだ。委員会の目的は何だ？
わからない。
は？
わかるといえば嘘になってしまう。そもそも私は佐久間と協力関係にあっただけだ。お前が盛んに委員会と呼ぶ組織のことは知らされていないんだ。佐久間自身だって委員会の末端組織でギガロマニアックスの研究をしていただけの人間だ。委員会全体のことは伺い知れない。
末端の組織というのは
6年前、サードメルト、渋谷地震を起こした連中が属していた研究グループだ。AH 東京総合病院の地下の研究所を管理していた。
I shook a little when I heard her say that. That was where Senri Minamisawa had been tortured. That was where Uki had been kept and forced to care for the patients. Dad had been working for them?
今、渋谷地震を起こしたと言ったな。じゃあ、やっぱりあれは人為的なものだったのか？
人為的というよりも何らかのトラブルと聞いている。詳細は極秘で佐久間も知らされていないらしい。
どうやら私の仮説は正しかったようだな。
What she said matched most of Kunosato's theory.
渋谷地震が実験中のトラブルだとすると、委員会はそのせいで研究そのものを放棄したのか？
少なくとも佐久間はそう言っている。6年前、事故のせいで委員会は手を引き、地下の研究所も解体させられたと。しかも委員会はギガロマニアックスとは違う案件に力を注ぐようになったそうだ。佐久間は自分たちが切り捨てられたと怒っていたが、詳しくはわからない。
ギガロマニアックス実験の被験者たちが地下で放置されていたのもそのせいか？
そうだ。はしごを外された形の研究者たちは山添雨季をはじめとする被験者たちを持て余し、ああやって軟禁しておくしかなかった。
Wow, that sucks.
だが、しばらく経って、イレギュラーが発生した。
Sarika glanced over at me.
白い光による能力者のことか？
ああ。
私はその光を事故によって飛び散ったギガロマニアックスの発生因子だと推測したが、その通りか？
そう考えていいと思う。佐久間も仲間の研究者たちとそういう話をしていたからな。
仲間がいるのか？
いや、元の仲間と言った方がいいな。佐久間以外は研究を諦めて一応肩着でやっている。
Less illegal. Not legal, less illegal.
前に宮代や有村が脳の検査をしに行ったクリニックの院長とかな。
Yeah, I figured.
何？じゃあ、あのクリニックで撮った宮代たちの脳の断層写真は？
Yeah, I mean, Sakuma said he knows a guy.
フェイクだ。昔のよしみで作らせたらしい。
That's amazing. Sarika kept talking. What she said should have been a shock to me, but so much had happened that it felt like I was no longer capable of being surprised. He was really a part of this committee thing? Dad? The guy who always drank too much? Dad, the lazy guy who got chewed out by Nono and Yui all the time, but whom everyone at Aoba Dorm relied on more than anything? Dad, the man I loved way more than the people who'd actually given birth to me? It was all fake? I gotta say, it was clever. Like, I know he's been a doctor the whole game, but it was clever very rarely showing him in his lab getup, just to make you kind of forget. When he'd been the head of Aoba Clinic, when he'd been the dad at Aoba Dorm, that was all fake. I mean, like, at one point I might have wondered, oh, but he actually loved us at least, but, like, he arranged for Yui to be cut into pieces, so that's really messed up. And then he'd killed Yui and Nono, who trusted him completely? I could feel pain in my hand when I punched the wall, but it didn't help me forget any of the other things I was feeling.
佐久間の目的は何だ？
言っただろう。イレギュラーで発生した能力者の始末だ。
違う。本当の目的だ。
Yeah, there's gotta be, like, maybe he's mad that he was cut off and he's making a show of these psychics that were kills? Like, is he trying to impress the committee or what? Because what does he care if the psychics are around?
能力者の始末が目的なら、もっと簡単に殺せたはずだ。なのに、なぜこんな面倒なことをした？
Yeah, why get around me, specifically? And why make everything a show?
11番目のロールシャッハ画像を現場に残したり、6年前と同じ日付に事件を引き起こしたり。
That's right. That's how this all began. The mystery was so compelling that I started to work it out with the rest of the newspaper club. Yeah, but this shot, I think this was the first shot in the game of the sticker, where Serica pointed out in our footage of the Love Hotel, oh look, I found something, and it was impossible to see, and this was our super zoomed in version and it was still blurry, which indicated that Serica was leading us along. And in the end, I decided that it was a game the killer was challenging me to, and I was wrong.
あれは委員会へのメッセージだよ。
There you go.
メッセージ？
6年前、トラブルによって発生した危険なイレギュラー。つまり、想定外のギガロマニアックスを自分が掃除してやっているというアピールとでも言おうか。
掃除？
Aramura raised an eyebrow. This would, of course, imply that, like, everyone in this room except for, well, no, everyone in this room is in danger. Kunosato and Momose are not psychics, but they know too much. I felt so furious that it took everything I had to stop me from using my powers.
ふざけんな！ユイをあんな風に殺したのは掃除だったっていうのか！
Momose must have seen me because she came over and whispered for me to calm down. I just barely managed.
想定外のギガロマニアックスというと、大谷や高柳、柿田、渡部、あるいはこいつらのことだな。
Kunosato pointed at Aramura and me. Serica nodded silently.
そうだ。佐久間は末端の組織の人間で、委員会と直接コンタクトする手段がない。だから、委員会が注目するような形で事件を起こしていったんだ。
That's so messed up. Like, if he had a freaking phone number, this wouldn't have happened. Like, that's insane. But at the same time, I keep saying this. We can move things with our mind, and we created Serica? Like, that doesn't... Like, something's weird about that. And Serica herself has psychic powers. What's up with that?
さらに、11番目のロールシャッハ画像、つまり本物の力士シールも委員会にとって見過ごせないファクターだと佐久間は考えた。あれは6年前の計画破棄とともにデータごと全て消去された。当然、一枚たりとも残っていてはいけないものだ。ところが、そんなトップシークレットがよりにもよって事件に使われ、ニュースで公開されたら、委員会だって放置はできないだろう。必ず佐久間に接触してくる。それが狙いだった。
データごと消去されたのなら、佐久間はどうやってあの画像を手に入れたんだ？
ある場所に画像が保存されていたんだ。委員会の想像もつかないような場所にな。それを取り出すことに佐久間は成功した。
Huh. Now you got me confused. Where would he have hidden it? Because it's not going to be the computer in the basement. That's obvious. That's where they were operating. Is it going to be like in our brains? Is that the big gimmick?
というと脳の中だよ。地下で実験を受けていた被験者の山添雨季が連れていた老人を覚えているか？
Thank you. That was driving me crazy. We just like never mentioned her again. I remember too. That blind old woman.
無論あの老人だけでは何の役にも立たない。でも非常に珍しい能力を持ったギガロマニアックス山添雨季との組み合わせを発見したとき、佐久間は狂気していたよ。
Yeah, there you go. They're always together. But then he was overjoyed.
山添の能力は他人の妄想をリアルブートしてしまう。それを使ったんだな。
そうだ。あの画像に取り憑かれていた老人は食事を求めるように画像を求め、それを山添がリアルブートするようになった。
Wow, so that's how they were able to put the stickers in these implausible places.
そうして11番目のロールシャッハ画像は渋谷の至るところに出現し、佐久間はそれを回収して犯行に使った。ここまでやれば委員会が動かないはずがない。
What's really messed up, though, is that he's used multiple psychics for his own gains, but eventually he's gonna wipe them out because he has to. So even Serica, she's gonna be the last one to go, probably.
佐久間は委員会と接触することで何を望んだんだ？
Well, he probably wanted back in. And as for Takuro Miyashiro, he promised he'd let us live because he was gonna go along with Serica, but he can't keep that promise. He's totally gonna wipe everybody out at the end.
自分が中心となったギガロマニアックス研究の再開。
That was all? That was the only reason. That was the only reason he'd done all this.
で、実際にあったのか？委員会からの接触は。
If it did, I doubt Serica would know.
そのようだ。委員会は研究再開の条件として今回の事件の収集をつけるよう佐久間に命じた。
Well, fair enough.
そこで奴は私との約束を反故にし、宮代に全ての罪をかぶせて事件の収束を図ろうとしている。
For the first time, there was a hint of disgust in her voice.
結局、佐久間に裏切られたわけか。なぜ佐久間はこいつを犯人に仕立て上げようとしている？
Kunisada pointed at me as she spoke.
本来であれば事件は南沢千里が犯人となって決着するはずだったんだ。自殺という形でな。
I was caught off guard by the sudden mention of her name.
と言っても実際はお前たちも知っての通りハイダリコという別人だが。宮代拓、お前はずっと南沢千里が生きていて自分に復讐しようとしているのではないかと怯えていたが、それは杞憂だ。
It really is crazy, though, that, just some woman was caught up in this and made to be the killer. That's messed up.
本当の南沢千里はこの世にはいない。確かに死んだんだ。そもそもあいつはお前を恨んでなどいなかったしな。
Oof. We've been tormented by these dreams for a decade.
お前、南沢千里のこと知ってたのか？
I mean, we do, which means she does.
直接は知らない。が、クルス・ノノの思考を読んだ。
Okay, that too.
また思考盗撮か。大した芸だ。
皮肉はいい。とにかく佐久間は全ての事件の後、ハイダリコを南沢千里ということにして自殺させ、事件の幕引きにするつもりだった。だが、その計画はうまくいかなかった。さすが宮代拓だと褒めておくが、お前たちは こちらが思っているよりもずっと早く事件の裏に気づき、すぐに行動を起こした。そのせいで殺す予定だった能力者が殺せなくなり、順番が狂ったんだ。
Who was the person he'd planned to kill with Rika? Arimura when she attacked the two of us? Sarika looked at me for just a moment, then looked away. She was... okay. She was probably talking about Uki. They were going to kill a little girl like that? Wouldn't be the first time. I scowled at Sarika as hard as I could.
それで仕方なくハイダリクを先に殺したのか。
そうだ。ニュージェネの狂気の再来事件を途切れさせるわけにはいかなかったからな。
I felt disgust as I watched Sarika talk coolly about murder. This couldn't be the Sarika I knew.
それで最終的に宮代拓を犯人に仕立て上げようとしている理由は何だ。
実はよくわからないが、委員会の指示かもしれない。
I'd never even heard of this committee until now, even though we were in Kunosato's presence when she brought it up. I think. So why?
覚えていないか。宮代自身が以前疑問に思っていたことだぞ。
何のことだよ。
能力者は一人で一つの能力しか持てないのかという疑問があったろう。
Yeah, right? We made Sarika and we have mind powers. Like, come on now. That's right. That had come up when we were talking in the club room. In the end, we'd never come up with an answer. Well, we never came up. We'd never come up. So we had to move on. And ironically, I was the one with the powers.
お前は私という存在をリアルブートした。これだけでも大した能力だが、その後、さらに別の能力まで使えるようになっている。
Like, again, I wonder if the perfect ending is we can just bring back Nono and Yui. Like, it would be weird because they wouldn't be the same, but still...
渋谷地震で発生した白い光。それを浴びたものの中には、こんな例は存在しない。そうだな、黒里。
Now, I know I mentioned it this very same installment, but can we just do that? Or did we, like, disappear our parents, despite the story saying that they were murdered?
ああ、今のところデータ上は皆無だ。
だが、佐久間によれば、かつて佐久間たちの組織が研究していたギガロマニアックスというのは、そういうものだったそうだ。
Oh?
何？
サイコキネシスだの、テレパスだの、特定の力だけを持つ超能力者まがいではなく。
Well, that's terrifying, because that means anybody we go up against could have a secret second power.
心の中に思い描いたどんな妄想でもリアルブートできる存在。それをギガロマニアックスと呼んだ。つまり、本来のギガロマニアックスは能力さえ開花すればどんな力でも使えるはずなんだよ。
Kunosato looked at me with narrowed eyes.
つまり宮代拓は本物ということだな。そして委員会は何らかの理由で本物を危険だと考え排除したがっている。
For some reason.
推論だがな、6年前の事故に何か関係があるのかもしれない。私が話せることはこれで全てだ。あとは知らされていない。
どうだ、有村。
嘘はついてないみたいですね。
Arimura had been watching Sarika with fiery eyes the whole time. Sarika looked back at her, and after a moment's thought, she spoke.
ああ、その通りだ、有村。
Read her mind. Arimura leaped up out of her seat.
だから勝手に人の心を読むな。
さっきから考えていることがあるだろう。 言葉に出さないと他の連中に伝わらないぞ。
最低。
There was hatred in her voice. When Serica didn't respond, it only angered her more.
セリじゃない、尾上セリか。あんたは思考盗撮を使って能力者を見つけ殺していた。そうよね。
ああ、
ラブホテルで柿田さんが殺された事件、どうして柿田さんの方を殺したの？
That was bothering me. We know that Arimura attacked the cop and then she was just down. But what was this? Was this an incredible long con to work Arimura into our plans? But then again, didn't Arimura say something about her brother a while back? There's something going on that we don't know about.
私も能力者だって分かってたんでしょ？二人であそこにいたんだから。
I was going to say you can't have multiple bodies in a new generation murder, but yes, you can. Some of those old generation murders, like the whatever it's called puzzle, there were like 3 people strung up, so I don't know.
簡単だ。私の能力と柿田の能力が同じだったからだよ。思考盗撮の能力者は邪魔だ。私や佐久間の正体がバレる。
たったそれだけの理由で。
Yeah, that can't be the only reason, because Arimura would still need to be killed at some point. Maybe Sakuma didn't know about her?
私たちの計画には重要なことだ。
ちくしょう！あんたのせいで！
At some point, Arimura had started to cry.
そうだ。私がいたせいで、あの日柿田は死んだ。
Why does she care this much? Were they related? Arimura reached out into thin air and went to grab her D-sword. I guess she put it away before she sat down, and then stopped. She looked down at Serica, tears running down cheeks that were red with rage. Arimura slammed herself back in her seat instead of grabbing her sword. She held her arms tight to her body without bothering to wipe away the tears.
新庄さん、聞いていたか？
After a moment's silence, Kunosato spoke into the phone.
ああ、
あんたにやってもらいたいことがあるんだがな。
なんだ？
青葉寮にまだ捜査員が残ってるなら、何とかしてほしい。あとマスコミも。
I mean, the media should have been gone a long time ago. Get them the hell out of here.
ああ、家宅捜索自体はもう終わってる。可能だと思うが、どうする気だ？
場所をそっちへ移す。佐久間の調査と、あと、山添浮きを私たちの目の届くところに置いておきたい。
It was several hours later when Shinjo called us and told us that all the police had left Aoba Dorm. Oof. This was a lot. But for now it is time to stop the installment. Well, we certainly made a lot of progress today, didn't we? We got a lot of exposition from Serica, and nobody is happy, as you might expect. But we have been enlightened in some ways, not so much in others. But now it looks like we're going to be investigating Aoba Dorm. Is Sakuma there? I mean, Kunosato said she wanted to investigate him. I'm assuming she's going to check his stuff. He's probably waiting at the final showdown room, but still, we might find something interesting. Until next time, everyone.